guys, my name is Sub-Zero Exabyte and I am having a fantastic day. And I hope you guys are having a fantastic day as well, and if not yet hope you are going to have a fantastic day. But I think I know a certain way how I can make your day fantastic, and that is what we are going to do right now. Because we are going to make a trap for noobs that they can escape. So let's get right to it. So here you guys go. Since this is not really going to be interesting, hopefully this music is going to make it interesting. Oh guys, here we are in this thing and I think I saw some people whipping out the yellow clay block, which is the best that you can get. That is the legendary one. Oh my goodness, I really appreciate that guys. Now I am fourth. My whole sheep life has been a lie. What do I do now? Well, there is not much that we can do now, is there? No. I don't believe so. We have played this thing that my boy NR has told me to do. I had a lot of confidence when I went in that lobby and I saw the people. I thought like, oh baby, this is going to be good. These guys look like total noobs. And now, here I am, fourth place like a total loser. I don't know how I should feel about myself right now, but I know that it does not feel good. So enter number man. You're not legit and you probably have never even trick-shotted in your life before. You really hurt my feelings, number man. I don't like you anymore. I saw that comment and I was like, oh, this is a really good comment. I am totally going to do that. What a cool guy that NR is, giving me all that confidence, and he basically just said that I was a good builder. But it turns out that I am not a good builder. But you might be wondering what kind of masterpiece your boy Sub is making at the moment. And I am just making a hallway and I am just making the so that is really cool. And I am not going to have a bottom layer, but I am going to have an upper layer and maybe a layer above that I don't know, but we are going to see. But the doors are already in and he is looking really happy with the door, so that is just fantastic. And now we can go ahead and install the staircase that we are going to have, since we do need a way to go upstairs. But it is looking really odd like this, but I guess that if we close this whole thing it is going to look really great, and you won't notice a thing that this is actually here, so that is just fantastic. So, let's go ahead and make the outer layers of his head, since we need those once to close the house, and only then we can start with making the whole house from the inside. Because if your outside isn't done, how are you going to make the inside? I don't know, I guess you are not going to make the inside then. In the meantime, Herobrine is just making his house as well, and it seems like he is already pretty far, but I guess that slow and steady wins the race, and we have got to help us out with the race and created Herobrine, so I guess that he could defeat Herobrine, even in a house building contest. It wouldn't matter since it's just the greatest. But we are almost done with the outside guys, done. Worry about that. Just worry about the inside, since I am not sure what I should put in there yet, but I think that it is going to be just fine and all of that, so that is going to be really cool. And now we just need to make the pathway so that it doesn't show that it is actually sand and that the inside is actually nothing, but it is going to look like the inside is something. So actually I am playing tricks on all of the people that are going to come and visit my house. But the outside is just all bald, so that is something that is really easy, and I don't think that Herobrine had it so easy. He should have shaved his head and just not look like that. Then he would have been further into the design in his house. But no, he had to have really cool hair just like Steve, and now he is paying for that. Because now he is not winning the house contest. But I am not sure if he is done with the outside or not. But I am almost done with the outside, so then the most exciting part of this entire video can begin. We are going to start in making the inside of the house really good. So, let's put in some stairs so we can make a little living room for ourselves, because we deserve that. And we can live on top of the hallway that I build, so that is just going to be great. So, this is all done and our little floor has to be put in, and then we can build things that we want and stuff, so that is just fantastic. But we now have all of the floors put in. So that is just great. Now we can start. Let's start with all of this. So now that we have got the stairs done and the floor, it is already looking really great. But it is finally time that we can now start with our living room. And there are so many opportunities. We can do all sorts of things and we could do anything we would like. So, we are just going to start with some of the essentials, which are the chest, crafting table, and of course a furnace, so you can furnace some stuff because that is important and all of that. But we also have got some black wool, and I think that some of you already know what that is for. Some anvil stuff we could use. So that is always nice. I am not sure what else there all is, but I guess we could also just take some more decoration flower stuff or something, I don't know, but I guess that in a flower pot you put flowers and then it looks really great. So we have got a bed, a sign, and we have an armor stand as well. So now we are out here bowling with all of your stuff, and we are just going to build a great little thing, but I am not sure where I should go with my bed since I don't have much space to build a really amazing bedroom. But I do have a lot of space in the height, so we could use some of it, which would be quite nice. We could just place some flower pots with flowers in them, and then it will look like I actually care about flowers and all of that. And then I at least have some responsibility with my flowers then, because you should water them, so that is nice. And I think I would be able to do that. I don't believe that would be really hard. But we have got some daisy, we have an orchid which is blue, a red tulip, and we also have a nice pink one, and I think it looks really great with all that color combination stuff. So I am proud about my little flower place. And now a painting and it should be done and all of that. So I think that just looks fantastic. But I am not done yet. How do you guys think that Herobrine is doing at the moment? I am not sure, but I hope that he isn't doing really amazing, since I have to be the winner and not him. But look at this. Since I said that I had some space in the height and I should use that space, I really wasn't kidding. So there is going to be a little wall right here, and that is going to take us up to the next level, but it isn't actually a next level, it is just going to be a little space that is kind of just floating around where I am going to put my bed and all of that, so it is just really nice. And I could have some sort of fence right here, because if I go to sleep and I roll out of bed and then I just fall all the way down, then I don't think I would be happy when I wake up like that. But that isn't the problem right now. Right now the problem is to fix that, and just with a couple of fences that is fixed like it is nothing, so that is just fantastic. And some light right here, and then our next problem is fixed. But we have got the bed in here, and we are going to put some carpets up here in my favorite color, which is still green, so this is just looking really great, even though if I do say so myself. But I don't think that Herobrine is doing that well. I am doing quite well, even though I made it myself. So now that the carpet is looking, then I look to the right and I saw Steve on my boat. He stole my boat on that day. Let me put a sign here so we can clearly see who is the noob and who is the pro. Let me fly back real quick to the last stage to see what our little thief Steve built. Well then, what is this hefty device? He built it next to his shabby house. What could that device do? I don't think it could have much of a purpose. The boat stealer just finished his device here. What is that? He pushed the lever, but it is not doing anything at all. Oh, that is what it does. He is a little bit stupid, and I think he attached some TNT on his thing. Yes, this house of Alex is about to blow because we are prankers and we are going to prank him. That is right. Prankster, come on you pranksters. Don't get me wrong, you pranksters, because all we are doing is pranking of, but I guess that is just how we roll. And we are rolling with Chip on our side. And Chip is also really interested in this red castle looking thing, where things, well things, they look like people, are constantly falling down from. So let's investigate what is going on here. And as you can see, the trampoline did not serve its purpose, and now we are having to respawn once again. And I think this was the 5th or 4th time that we died. No, it is the 5th time, I think. Anyways, we don't need to regenerate like last time, so now we can go to where we want to go instantly, without having to see only gray. And by the looks of it, Chip is still really interested by this red fort/castle looking thing. And let's just hope that the trampoline works this time and that we don't fall off just like last time. The last thing I want to do is respawn once again. The title is saying pushing noobs into Blender, and now we look like the noob because we get pushed off by things and once again we fell off. And I'm really sad, because this is the 6th time that we are now respawning, so we also died 6 times. And we are looking like the real noob here, and not these things that we are pushing of the edge. The Blender people are actually more intelligent than me, it looks like. But now we need to head back to the trampoline and we need to try and jump once again. And if I fail, I am going to be pretty sad. Look at all of these John Does that are falling of the edge. Wait, those are John Does, right? Yeah, if my eagle-eyed vision is right, then I am right. And by the looks of it, I am right. These guys are wearing green pants, blue shirts, and the rest of their body is just their skin color. But yay, this is the 7th time that I am going to respawn, so go ahead, call me a noob. But no, I am not a noob. That trampoline just does not like me at all. It wants to take its revenge of that the people that entered the island started to push down some John Does. But now I am mad, and when you are mad, a fun thing to do is push the Blender people off into the blender. So now we are being the Sparta guy again, so let's scream it together when we push someone off. This is Sparta, and he fell down, so we did not fail entirely in life, but we can just push down some Blender people, and it is actually fun. The thing that is not fun in this server is the regenerating, and of course the trampoline. That trampoline is just something straight out of hell. It does not like me at all, and I don't like the trampoline at all. We are now arch enemies. And here we go again. Regenerating. Could you freaking not, mate? I don't like to regenerate, please. So please just stop regenerating. I don't know what it actually is for, but when we are around these Blender people, then we always have the regenerating thing, and it really sucks. I don't know what to do about it, but we can just push more Blender people off the edge. But these things just don't have emotions. And here I go again. I am starting to feel bad for them. I pushed their entire family not even into the Blender. I just pushed them onto the grass. I really can't do anything, and I don't like to be this useless. It really sucks, and I want to not regenerate, but the game wants to regenerate, so I just have to accept that it wants to regenerate. But at least all of the Blender people, well, not all of them, but some of them are now responding. I can start knocking them onto the grass once again. But this entire video seems to be only pushing down Blender people into the Blender, and as I just said, we can't even push them into the Blender, but instead we are just pushing almost all of them just onto the grass. And I can't go to the red fort because there is the trampoline that comes straight out of hell. And that trampoline definitely hates me, and I hate the trampoline. And the yellow fort or castle, whatever it is, we can't even come close to there. But we also went to the cardboard thingies. We went to the long red forest of Haribo, and we also whacked some moles. So, all by all, this video actually was pretty productive to society. But once again, all of the Blender people are knocked out. And that reminds me of a story, and I know that I did not tell you this story before, but it is about an ancient tribe that was also made to be pushed into an ancient Blender, and that tribe was called the Ender Blenders, and they used to have a face. But then something really bad happened to their entire tribe. They were at war with the cowboys, and they were actually a really peace-giving tribe. But the cowboys took something from them. No one knows what they actually took except for the cowboy thieves and the tribe master. But they did not leak what had been stolen for reasons that we probably would not even understand. But they were back in the days not actually just only made to be pushed into a Blender like we are doing right now, but they were actually just a loving tribe, and they knew all of the people that lived with them, and they were friends with all of them, and they had a great time. But then that little incident with the cowboys happened, and the entire tribe was really sad, and now they did not longer have what they had before. And because they were sad, some other tribes were looking over their shoulders constantly because they did not want anything to be stolen from them as well. It was bad for the Ender Blenders that something was stolen, but they could not do anything about that, so it sucks for them. But what is someone else going to do about that? Well, they did nothing. But the Ender Blenders had a great relationship with another tribe, and they asked for some weapons to at least defend themselves. Only the great men that were really important from the Ender Blenders had weapons before, but now everyone in the entire tribe had weapons. Not like guns or anything, just little bow and arrow things and spears and other stuff. But they were happy with it, and that is all that mattered. But yeah, it is pretty cool that such a tribe would dare to take on such cowboys with their pews and all their booms, and then the Blender people just roll in with a bow and arrow. And sometimes you have a guy that created a spear and is really proud of it, and then he throws it at the enemy, and then by some luck the enemy gets hit. But those cowboys had pews, as I said, and if you fight enemies with advancer stuff, then there is a chance you will lose. And the cowboys were really happy when they entered the camp and successfully got the place, and then they could throw all the Blender people that were basically the noobs in a Blender that they for some reason had in their village, and they would get thrown in it like in that movie Sparta. That is how that movie got the idea, I am pretty sure. And I think even the Blender got invented by the Blender people, and those were then the first people to create a Blender where you could throw stuff in, and then all of a sudden you have a drinkable meal. And they were really happy with it because they lived in the deserts and you normally don't have a lot of stuff to drink in there. And that, my friends, is how the Blender people got famous. And of course now that they were trapped and turned into non-playable characters in this game, because well, a lot of people seem to enjoy throwing people in a Blender for some reason. But I can understand why it is so much fun. You just pick one out and you jump in its back like you are Randy Orton. and then you just basically push them into a pit where there is a blade and the blade goes chop, chop people, and then you have a water substance made out of things that you can then drink. And that was a really vague description of how a blender works. And why it is so much fun to blend things is that the actual word for blending things, blending, I am not entirely sure, but maybe after we are done playing a game with a ball that smokes, people that choose to Randy Orton them. And that, my friends, were this video about the blender people, and now you will have the ending of the video, and I hope that you very much enjoyed it. Bye. Bye.